Yo, what is up guys? So in this video I want to show you guys one of the best laptops that you can actually buy in 2025, and that laptop is the Dell Latitude 5400. It's an old laptop but it's very capable. You can see if I head over to the settings and I head over to the systems, you can see that the laptop has about 16 gigs of RAM over here, and you can also see that it has a storage of 268 gigabytes. And one thing that you have to know is that this particular laptop, the RAM can actually be upgraded, so you can actually upgrade the RAM from 16 gigabyte to about 32 gigabyte of RAM, and with the storage too, it's also upgradable. So you, in the future, if you have money, you can buy another SSD up to like a terabyte, then so that you increase your storage capacity. And if you have seen already, you can see that the screen is actually a touch screen. So they have several other versions, but this particular one that I have here is the touchscreen version. As you can see over here, it works smoothly. There's no delay or any hiccups. Everything works smoothly. The touch is even one of my favorite features of this particular laptop, because combining the touch with the keyboard and all the other functions makes the laptop very productive, so that if you are doing a project, everything will go on smoothly. You can use a lot of means to input your commands, which is a very cool function. Now it came with this particular charger. That's the charger. I don't know if it's actually the main charger that Dell issues to its buyers or customers, but this is what they gave to me when I bought it. Yeah, so that's basically the view of the laptop from afar. So I want to show you guys some of the cool features that makes this laptop, one of my favorites, or let's say the best laptop that I've had so far. One cool feature of this particular laptop too is that you can actually bend it 180 degrees like this, flat. Isn't that amazing? I mean, how many laptops can actually do this? There are very, very few laptops that can actually do this. So assuming maybe you are working on a project and like you need to lay your laptop flat so that you can put some, let's say, paperwork or something on it to do your sketches or what you're doing, this laptop will do that for you. 180 degrees. Man, that is so amazing. That is so amazing. I mean, I don't know how many laptops can actually do this that I know of. This is a very, very good laptop. I mean, look, 180 degrees. Yeah, 180 degrees, man. That's amazing. That's very, very amazing and incredible. Yeah, you can see the name over here. That is the Latitude 5400. That is the name of this particular laptop that I'm holding. Yeah, so that is the back view of it. That is the back view. Yeah, so I think this laptop is actually, it's very interesting. Yeah, although I don't know how many people use this flat feature, but it's good to have it. You don't know when you might need it. Sometimes you are working on a project and you wish your laptop could actually go back further, so this one will do that for you, because some laptops bend like maybe 90 degrees or let's say 100 degrees. You cannot go further again, and sometimes let's say you're doing something, you want the laptop to go further more, but you can't. But this one can actually go 180 degrees. Although there are other laptops that can actually fold 360, like after this one it will fold another 180 degrees, then the screen will come backwards and it will be like a tablet. There are certain laptops that do that, but this particular one doesn't fold into a tablet. It's just 180 degrees that it actually folds, but I still like it the way. Yeah, although I wish, like, although there are other versions of this particular laptop that can actually fold into the tablets, the 360 degrees. Yeah, but this particular one is only 180 degrees that it can fold. It can actually fold. But 180 degrees too is actually good. Yeah. Yeah, I have to. But one thing is, this laptop is actually durable. Like, although it's not that very strong that if it fall onto the ground, it will not spoil now. But like, yes, some small activities, it will be able to withstand it without, let's say, spoiling or destroying. But if you actually want to intentionally destroy it, it will actually destroy. But let's say some small force, I think it will be okay. But if the height is high, then I think the laptop might actually just get destroyed. One thing that you have to actually note is that the screen, because it is touch, if you don't handle it with care, like you get a crack or it falls down, the screen will actually go dark. Like the screen will get totally destroyed. So make sure nothing hits it or like it falls down. Yeah, because that would be a very expensive mistake, and I'm not sure you want to do that kind of mistake. So that's that thing. I've spoken enough. Yeah, so it has this particular mouse track which feels very amazing. It feels smooth, and the buttons are very soft, very easy to press. So it's not that difficult. A click mouse buttons that you have to use all your force to press it. This one is very soft. You can use, even a newborn baby can actually press it. It's very, very, very soft. Very soft. You won't feel a thing. Very small, soft and smooth. Yeah, so this is the mouse track. Now some of the features of the mouse track is, oh, why is my camera doing this? Some of the nice features of the mouse track is that you can use different gestures to actually control the mouse track. So if I use 3 fingers like this, it will show me all my open tabs over here if I use 3 fingers like this. But if I bring this 3 fingers downwards like this, it will actually come back to the main desktop screen. But if I go like this again, then it will actually pop my open tabs over here. So these are actually my open tabs here, and this is another open tab over here. Yeah, so that's how the mouse track actually work. And if, let's say, maybe you are on a menu like this and you don't know how to actually scroll, you can actually use just 2 fingers. I'm coming. You can actually use just 2 fingers, then you scroll on it like this. The 2 fingers is used to scroll. So if I have, maybe I'm coming, if let's say I have a list of things that I actually want to scroll through, I can just use my 2 fingers to scroll through it like this. So yeah, I can actually use my 2 fingers to scroll through it like this. Just 2 fingers to scroll. Now if I want to click on an icon on the screen, I can either just double click and the app will open, or I can use the touch. If I double click on it like this, then the touch will actually open. So let's see, I want to open this app. I double click it opens. I want to see my open tabs. I use my 3 fingers like this. Then the tabs will open like this. Let me select this one. Now the touch screen is actually the best feature of this particular laptop. It makes using a laptop very fun and interesting. Yeah, so if you are someone who do animation works, this laptop is actually going to make your work much easier. So I have this software here, Blender, is purposely used for animation, video editing, those kind of things. So assuming maybe you work in that kind of animation field, having this particular laptop will be very efficient to use, and it will help use your work speed up, because assuming maybe you are working, you can actually use your mouse track, your keyboard, or you can actually use the physical screen to control your objects in the animation software or whatever. Yeah, so I told you guys that this particular laptop has 16 gigs of RAM, so it makes everything run smoothly. Now this particular one that I have here is Intel Core i5 8th generation. Yeah, so I think it has about 8 CPUs or something. Yeah, so it makes this laptop feels very smooth. There's no delay or anything. And you can see that as I'm using this laptop, like the fan hasn't even set off. The laptop hasn't heated at all. It's very silent. Even if, let's say, you're doing heavy work and like you are rendering animation or those kind of video editing stuff that requires a lot of energy, even if, let's say, the fan is running at high speed, like it's very silent. You barely notice that like the fan is actually running, unless maybe you put your hand behind it before you feel the heat from the exhaust vent or something. Yeah, but everything feels very smooth. It's a very good laptop that I recommend to anybody that does business works and video editing and animation, all those kind of stuff. This laptop is very good. And now you can see at the top here over here that there's this actual slots that you can use to hide your camera. So assuming, let's say, you are one of those hackers that you don't want the FBI to see your face, you can actually block the camera using this slide over here. But mind you, the microphone might be on, so if you block your camera, you don't want somebody to spy on you, make sure that you turn over your microphone too, so that the person that is spying on you doesn't hear what you're saying on here. So this is my setup. So if I go back to the external screen over here, I can actually move this application over to the external screen. Then I can actually do my work over here. So assuming maybe I'm doing video editing and I have a lot of applications open, I can actually move some of the application onto the wider screen so that I'll be able to see it clearly, or let's say on a large scale. But all in all, like, it's a very good laptop that I recommend to you. And I think if you buy it, you're, let's say, a beginner and you want to do an upgrade from, let's say, your old laptop, this laptop will feel very amazing. Yeah, it's a very good laptop. Dell Latitude. This particular one is 5400. Dell Latitude 5400. Yeah, it's a good laptop, and I recommend to anybody who is willing to spend some small amount of money to get something decent. I won't say this laptop is like the greatest and, let's say, the best of all laptops. Now, that's not what I'm saying. Like, I just want you guys to know that this laptop, for what you are paying and what you are getting, it makes sense. It's a very good investment to make, because the amount of money that you are spending and what you are getting, I don't think even some other premium laptops will even give you that option. Because this particular laptop, like I said, you can actually upgrade the RAM and the storage as time goes on. Let's say if you have the money to buy the extra RAM or SSD, you can actually go and buy it, then open the bag, then install the new RAM or storage, then you'll increase your RAM and your storage so that it will even run much faster. But I've seen other premium or like expensive brands, or let's say laptops, that don't even have this particular option, the upgradeability option. Some huge or expensive laptops don't even have that feature. You buy it and it's 16 gig RAM, that's it. You cannot change it. You have to use that laptop till the end. You buy it and they say it's 500 storage, that's it. You cannot upgrade it. It will remain 500 storage forever. But this one, you can do a lot of things. And like, if you are somebody who knows technology much, you can actually customize the laptop to your own liking. You can upgrade the RAM to the actual RAM that you want, you can upgrade the storage to the actual storage there RAM. I think the storage can even be upgraded up to like a terabyte. So imagine having like a terabyte SSD or let's say storage, and having a 16 gig RAM that can actually be upgraded to 32 gigs of RAM. Man, that laptop is like, it's like a beast. It's a very good machine. Yeah, so I think if you're on the market trying to figure out which laptop to buy, I think this laptop is actually a very good laptop that you can actually check it out. I'm not sponsored by anyone, but in case they are watching this video and they think like they want to sponsor me, hey, like I'll be very, very, very happy to get a sponsor from any Dell officials watching this video or something, but I don't think that will happen because you people haven't subscribed. My followers are too small for them to do any sort of brand, what they call it, brand, what's the name, brand advertisement or those kind of things. Yeah, I don't think they will actually sponsor me, but hey, who knows, maybe a miracle can happen and they might sponsor me, and that would be very great, but I don't know. But yeah, so this is a very good laptop that I recommend to you. I've said this several times, but yeah, I know what I'm talking about because I think so far I bought it like, let's say, one day ago, and I've been using it for just one day, but so far so good. I haven't had any critical issue with it. I think I'm happy with what I got. But this particular laptop, I bought it around let's say if you want to go and buy this particular laptop and like you are in Ghana, 2025 July 2025 in Ghana, the price ranges from about 3.6 thousand Ghana cedis upwards to about 4.5 thousand Ghana cedis. Yeah, so if you have like 3,600 Ghana cedis or let's say 4,500 Ghana cedis, that's where the price ranges from, 3,600 to about 4,000 thereabouts. But it will not pass like 5,000 Ghana cedis unless maybe inflation happens and the dollar becomes strong again. Then everything prices go start to go above. And for now, if like you have like 3,600 up to like 4,000, you'll be able to purchase it. But this particular laptop is not like brand new from the box. Now this one is like refurbished. If I say refurbished, that's like slightly used. But this particular one, they told me was UK used. They use it from UK, slightly used in the UK. Then yeah, they send it to Ghana. Then I also went and bought it. Yeah, but the reason why most African countries, so let's say Ghana specifically, we don't buy brand new things because brand new is very expensive. Unless like you're super rich and you have a lot of money, it will be very difficult for you to go and buy brand new, because the brand new, what you are getting and what you are paying for, the difference is just negligible. Like it's very small, so you don't see the reason why you have to go and spend the full money to buy the brand new thing, whilst you can actually buy the refurbished or the slightly used version at a much lower price. That makes sense. Yeah, so this one is refurbished, and I think the person that the previous owner actually handed it well, although I've seen just some small scratches on it, but nothing critical. Yeah, it's in good condition, so it's a good laptop that I think I would recommend to anybody watching this video. Let's see if you just want to watch it just for fun. Yeah, that one too is good. Yeah, so the speaker too is very audible. If like maybe you are playing music, you can actually hear the speaker clearly. If I come over here, you can see that it has this port over here. The first one is the power port. The other one is the circular power port that you can use to charge the laptop, and the second one is the Type-C slots where you can actually use this Type-C charger, the one over here, this Type-C charger, to actually charge the laptop. And the third slot is the USB slot, and over here is the vent where the fan exhales the heat from the machine. So if I head over to the other side of the laptop, you can see over here that we have the SD card slot. This is the SD card slot. If I remove it like this is the SD card slot. That is where you put your SD card. That is the one on the top, your SD card at the top here, and the one at the bottom is actually for your SIM card. So assuming maybe you are in a place where there's no available Wi-Fi, or let's say you are in public, you don't want to use public Wi-Fi, maybe you're afraid they might hack you or something, and you want to use your own SIM card, you can actually insert your SIM card over here, your actual physical SIM card. Now it takes this particular type of SIM card. I think is it the micro or something SIM card. Yeah, so that is this particular SIM card that it actually takes. So make sure you have the SIM card adapter so that you can fit in nicely like this. Make sure that the upper side is actually facing up. Then you install the SIM card. That's how it's actually supposed to work. Now this particular SIM card has been deactivated, so I'm not going to insert it inside. But if you have a working SIM card, you just put it in with the SIM card facing upwards like this, and you insert it. Then that's pretty much it. And the next slot over here is the earpiece slot. So if let's say you have a headset that want to connect directly to the laptop, you can actually use your headphones over here, over the slot. And then other slot too is 2 USB. So in total you have 3 USB slots, the one over there, and 2 USB slots too over here. And this next slot, the one over here, this one, that is the HDMI slot. That's where you actually connect your external monitor to. That's the HDMI slot. So if I connect that HDMI cable to the laptop right now, you see that the flat screen will actually be connected. So let me connect. You see right now there's saying no signal, and right now as I connected it, you can see that here the flat screen connection has also popped up. And the next slot over here, that one is the Ethernet slot. Yes, where you can actually connect your Ethernet, then you can be able to access the internet. Yes, so those are the slots of this particular laptop, this Dell Latitude 5400. That is the slots that actually comes with. Yeah, isn't that amazing? And this last slot is the Kensington slot, where you can actually lock your laptop down when, let's say, you are in a public space and you don't want anybody to steal your laptop away. You can actually tie, there's a certain mechanism or device that can actually connect here, then you lock your laptop to the table or a particular place so that nobody will be able to move the laptop away. That's the function of the Kensington slot over here. Yeah, so if I move over to this portion, this is the power button. Now they have several types of this particular laptop. Some come with a fingerprint version over here, but this particular one, this is not the fingerprint, it's just the power button. But other laptops come with a fingerprint. Now unfortunately this particular laptop doesn't have a backlit keyboard, but if you have the money, you can actually go, then they will remove this one, then replace it with a keyboard with a backlit. If the backlit feature is very important to you or very critical to you, you can actually go, then they will swap this keyboard, then put an actual backlit keyboard to replace this one. They'll just open the back. It is easy for them to remove the backplate and do all the internal stuffs. So like I said, this is the first day of me using the laptop, so this is just a raw overview of my experience. So I think in the near future, after like I've properly used it for a while and I've got a lot more interesting facts about it. I might do a follow-up video where I'll do a better detailed, let's say, review of the laptop. But this is just a 1-day review, so it's not perfect. But if I use it after a while, I'll actually do a perfect review. That one will be more detailed and more organized. This one is just the raw review. That's why everything makes like this. But yeah, so that's it. So make sure you like and subscribe, because over on this channel I do a lot of interesting cool stuff. Mainly I build things, but you have to have the machines to, or let's say the tools to build the things. So that's why I had to get this particular laptop and machine. But the battery life too is actually decent, although it's not that great or perfect, but it's decent. Let's say if you are just doing normal activities like watching videos or doing just basic stuff, like it should be able to last you for, let's say, 4 to 5 hours. But if like you have the power saver on, I think it can actually last you up to 8 hours or like even 10 hours. If you are using it economically, it can last up to 10 hours. But like, let's say if you are using it seriously, running Blender, like animation software, video editing, like doing a lot of stuff, that one like maybe 2 hours or 3 hours, or at more, let's say the thing you are doing, it requires a lot of power, that one maybe 1.5 hours, it will go battery low. But one thing we say, this charger is fast charging, so it actually charges very fast. Yeah, so you charge it from, let's say, 30% to like 100% within like maybe 20 to 30 minutes. You should be able to do it. So it charges very fast. Yeah, so that wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, so I think you guys should like and subscribe and stay tuned, because like I said, the follow-up review will be coming very soon. After I've actually had a proper experience with the laptop, I'll do a follow-up video that will be more detailed. Please like and subscribe and comment what you think of this particular laptop, and maybe if there's something that I not talk on or I not draw light on, you can share maybe your experience or your thoughts in the comment. Maybe you have had this laptop, a similar laptop before, and you can share experience, whether good or bad. Yeah, so that maybe I also learn from you guys. So that's the end of the video, I guess. So see you guys in my next upload. Bye.